Hey all, hey y'all. My name is Ashley-Nicole Phillips, and you are tuned into Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment with me, Ashley-Nicole Phillips. I am the biblically prophesied Messiah, the Jewish culture widely awaited Mashiach, the Hindu culture prophesied Kalki, full circle moment, alert, alert. So are you. Why, Ashley? Thank you for asking this question. What I have in me, you have in you. What you have in you, I have in me. We are all authentic frequential patternings or dimensions of the all or the oneness of all things, most commonly termed as God, within our realm of creation. We are all awakening in the masses as a community called humanity of planet Earth to the remembrance that we are divine presence, experiencing divine presence in order to grow in divine presence or all things. Here within Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment, I utilize my Shaman Mama capabilities, my medium channeling gifts, my connection with the divine, my extrasensory perception to channel healing energies and messages to assist with co-creating healing energetic powwow sessions. I like to call them powwow sessions. Whenever I convene in the spirit and I'm coming through my energies with my ancestral forces or the oneness of all things or myself, and I'm getting intuitive guidance and I'm having divine sacred communications or conversations with the spirit, like, hey, Ashley, you see this energy, this paradigm? We no longer need this in humanism and in divine creation or God. Acknowledge it, accept it, and we'll uplift the vibrations and gift you wisdoms to share with the world, to share with humanity, to share with yourself, to assist with uplifting, growing, and evolving all things of divine creation or God, which is synonymous with human culture, humanity, each human being of planet Earth. So whenever I'm coming my energies, I call these powwow sessions here within Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment. Maybe we have powwow sessions. We heal in the spirit. All things are spirit. As we know through our sciences, all things are energy. So we heal our mind, body, spirit to come into consciously and proactively come into greater conscious awareness and conscious embodiment of our limitless potentials, of our divine wisdoms, of our high vibrational frequency patternings that are us, that are we, that are the I Am, that are God, Shekinah, Hashem, Allah, the Most High, Prime Source. Let's go ahead and roll into the human dharmic purpose. I share within Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment here. By the way, subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the content to assist with proliferating the Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment journey to a healed and balanced human culture of planet Earth. I share here as well as within my podcast. Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips is available to stream for free on YouTube as well as Spotify, link below. Maybe we heal over there as well. And we channel many... Today, Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment, we're kind of getting the Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips treatment. I say Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips for copywriting purposes. I said the whole podcast name. So Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips. We're getting the Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips treatment over here in Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment today. Within Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips, I channel transcendentally with my eyes closed. Many ancestral forces, dimensions of the divine, the Most High, frequential patternings to assist us with healing into remembrance as we heal into remembrance. We're going to do the same today within Oneness. Well, we do that within Oneness Connection anyways, but we're channeling a Google gaggle of ancestral forces today. Let's get back into the human dharmic purpose. I channel from my inner space of the oneness of all things. It is prophetic. It is biblical. We were created to remember that we are limitless. We are created to remember that we are the stark polarities of yin, yang, dark, light, up, down, right, left, or the spectrum of oneness, the spectrum of wholeness. Not only were we created to awaken to our remembrance that we are one with all things, we were created to be the stark mastery of unconditional love. Or the mastering the principle of correspondence, as below, so above. Everything in my reality is a manifestation of the energies in which I am. Being inquisitive, holding an inquisitive disposition about ourselves or our reality. Hey, so this is in my reality. I know everything in my reality, principle of correspondence, as below, so above. It's only a mirror projection of the energies in which I am. What is this supposed to teach me about myself? Garner the wisdoms. However the universe communicates with you, whatever your lingo is with the universe is most likely unique to yourself. Whatever your lingo is with the universe is most likely unique to your own frequential patterning or your soul's evolution or your journey of whoever your name is. Wait for the answers because they will come. Which brings me to the call to action. Sit with yourself for at least 1 hour a day, every day. Ask yourself, hey soul, hey self. In a meditative state, hey soul, hey self, what is it that I need to know to come into greater conscious awareness of the limitless potentials in which I am? And not only come into greater conscious awareness, but embody the energies of the greater conscious awareness of the limitless potentials in which I am, as well as set the intention to be who you intended to be on a goddess level in your most abundant or highest timeline potentials for the upliftment and regeneration of all things, to allow yourself to grow and evolve or live your life in your evolution with the purpose, fulfilling your purpose of being limitless divine potentials in order to assist with uplifting and regenerating all things by understanding our connection to all things. As we grow in spiritual awareness, growing limitless potentials within ourselves, if we practice that understanding that we're connected to all things, we allow for all things to rise as we rise. We are created to be wellness, balance, and joy as we journey our inquisitive, dispositioned existence, reality, dimensions of limitless potentials, simultaneously one with limitless potentials to grow and evolve all things, or limitless potentials, or divine creation, or Hashem, Shekinah, God, Allah, Prime Source. Brahman, the divine wants to know, what do we create? What do we create? As we're all remembering, as not only human beings of planet Earth, but all of God's creation is awakening, rising, and remembering into our limitless potentials, into the remembrance that we're one with limitless potentials. What do we create? Which brings me to the Kingdom Things Podcast 2033 Prophecy. The Most High Hashem Shekinah Allah says we've already chosen. Prime Source says we've already chosen to be a human culture of planet Earth with no disease, no death, no war, no famine, world peace, no poverty, no human trafficking, no sex trafficking, no pedophilia. By the year 2033, we will be in a state of conscious expansion, consciousness awareness, spiritual activation, genome activation, DNA activation, which is synonymous with our consciousness expansion, to understand that we are the co-creators of our realities. By the way, we focus our thought patterns, wield our energy by focusing our thought patterns, using our energy to cast, project, co-create reality with our thought patterns. And how we set our intentions of how we want to show up in reality and what we want to create in reality. By the year 2033, we will understand this in the masses. Our ability, responsibility to co-create reality in a way that we will all be practicing our highest potentials or our dharmic purpose, who we came into reality to be. A channel from my heart space to the divine. Whenever creation needs something to continue to grow and evolve, it naturally produces it. Humanity being a human culture with no death, no disease, no war, no famine, world peace, no poverty, no pedophilia, no human trafficking, no sex trafficking, is a part of the tree of life's benevolent disposition to produce what it needs to continue to grow and evolve. Just as when we were a human culture with disease, death, war, famine, poverty, pedophilia, human trafficking, sex trafficking, it was what creation needed to continue to grow and evolve. To garner wisdoms is what humanity is, what we needed to prepare to be awakened. Limitless potential, human culture of divine creation is what we needed. The disease, death, war, famine, poverty, pedophilia, sex trafficking, human trafficking is what we needed to garner the evolution. There's a really beautiful analogy that I channeled last night as I was speaking through meditation. It's like the divine told me, hey, Ashley, whenever I want something to last, I put melanin in it. And God's like, I don't want you to stifle your understanding of melanin to what creates the pigmentation in your dark skin. Understand when I say melanin, I mean, yeah, melanin as far as what's in your skin, but it's infinite meanings behind when I say melanin. Melanin, what is melanin? It creates pigment in skin. What is pigment? Pigment is vibration, color. What is color? Dimensionality of vibration or energy. God's like, whenever I want something to last, I make sure it has a lot of dimensionality in it. Many dimensions, infinite dimensions, or what? Experience. or what evolution or what wisdoms. The human culture, when we were in our gestational sac. The divine calls it our gestational phase or gestational fact, where we were amnesiatic to the fact that we're limitless potentials and the tangible, existing to grow and evolve all things, infinite potentials. Amnesiatic to the fact that we have the power to grow and evolve all things, our reality, infinite potentials through the way we focus our energy and our thought patterns, the way we grow and evolve in our spiritual existence, or the remembrance, or the dimensionality shifts, or perspective garnering, wisdom garnering of our connection that is the oneness of all things. When we were a culture with when we were a culture with this, I'm gonna speak it into the past so we can embody the energies of the future, continue to embody more energies of the future to project the future. When we were a human culture with disease, death, war, famine, poverty, destitution, lack, pedophilia, human trafficking, sex trafficking. This is what we needed as a human culture to garner the wisdoms or perspectives or evolution or dimensionality to be able to prepare and wield with responsibility. The power of being a limitless potential being in the tangible, to uplift and regenerate with the dharmic purpose to assist with uplifting and regenerating all things. The way we associate and remember and relate with ourselves as synonymous dimensions of all things. Dimensions of all things, simultaneously being all things. The divine wants to see, what do we create? We've already decided 2033, that divine creation, ourselves, the oneness of all things, already decided a human culture with no death, no disease, no war, no ephemeral peace, no poverty, no pedophilia, no human trafficking, no sex trafficking. As well as within 10 years, we will be interplanetary species. We will be a human culture with Type 1, Type 2, Type 3, Kardashian scale colony status. If you don't know what the Kardashian scale is, it was channeled by the astronomer Kardashian, within the scale, model scale, it represents the potentials of a colony, galactic colony, to grow and evolve through the way the galactic colony is able to harness its own energy. Bless me, excuse me. Through the way it shows the evolution of the galactic colony, through the way in which the galactic colony is able to harness its own energy to continue to grow and evolve. In 10 years, the divine says we will be a Type 1, Type 2, Type 3 Kardashian scale colony, interplanetary species, as well as a human culture, planet Earth, with no disease, no death, no war, no famine, no peace, no poverty. Ashley, how can we be a Kardashian scale Type 1, Type 2, Type 3 within 10 years? I got this, bro. It was 1,000 years, but there's much growth and evolution and wild cards and unexpected, rapid evolution of the human culture, where the divine says, no, this is happening now, basically. How, Ashley? We already are a multidimensional species. We already dwell within a multidimensional creation or planet Earth that has consciously aware, consciously aligned. So we already are a multidimensional Kardashian scale, Type 1, Type 2, Type 3 species. We species of of the divine creation. We're just aligning to the energies to be able to cast or project or manifest the reality that mirrors the alignment to the energies of us being a Type 1, Type 2, Type 3 Kardashian scale colony. As we continue to journey our realities with an inquisitive disposition when it comes to our limitless potentials, embodying more of our limitless potentials as we intended to, and our highest timeline potential outcome of the embodiment of the energies in which we are, to assist with uplifting and regenerating all things, we will be active co-creators of this human culture, planet Earth, with no disease, no death, no war, no famine, world peace. Consciously active, we're all active. It's our conscious awareness in which changes. We'll be consciously active co-creators of a human culture, planet Earth, with no death, no disease, no war, no famine, world peace, no poverty, no pedophilia, no sex trafficking, no human trafficking, interplanetary species, Kardashian scale, Type 1, Type 2, Type 3 colony. You perceive the title. You've perceived the title of this Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment Powwow session. This will be a healing session channeled healing energies in regards to the paradigms that create addictions, utilizing vices, utilizing pornography or adult entertainment as a vice. We are channeling Hindu culture and beyond, limitless potential, ancestral forces. Lahiri Mahasaya, Sir Guru Lahiri Mahasaya, Maha Avatar Babaji, Sir Guru Swami Sri Yukteswar, Sir Guru Paramahansa Yogananda, Sir Guru Bhagavan Krishna, Lord Ganesh, Lord Vishnu, Lord Brahma, Goddess Lakshmi, as well as Lord Shiva, to assist us. This is a Satsang style, so they're going to come through and speak and share the wisdoms and the energies in which they would like to and intend to share, the energies and wisdoms that they would like to and intended to share, to assist humanity to be released, freed from these paradigms that kept us cycling our energy into deficit or disease or lack, such as addictions and vices that aren't aligned with the intention to be divine fulfillment, that aren't cycling our energy into things that aren't aligned with the intention to be energies to uplift and regenerate all things. These are addictions in which we cycled our energy into deficit. Because again, these addictions, these vices aren't aligned with our divine purpose or intentions to uplift and regenerate all things. We're going to go ahead and roll into a clip of I'm also a singer-songwriter. Ashley-Nicole music is available to stream on YouTube. I heal myself in the spirit, like we do in all my other spaces. I heal myself in the spirit, and I channel the healing by convening with divine oneness of all things, or the self, limitless potentials, ancestral forces. I channeled healing energies and messages within my music. I did a Slowdown Sunday, where Slowdown Sundays are where I do a live mix and we sing and we talk alive. Ashley-Nicole music on YouTube. Subscribe. It's linked below. My music channel is linked below. At the beginning of the Slowdown Sunday, I read an excerpt from the book that I'm channeling from the Most High, the Oneness of All Things, to assist humanity as we grow and evolve into remembrance, divine activating source codes to activate our DNA, genome, spirit, mind, body, soul, spirit into divine remembrance of the limitless potentials, wellness, and balance in which we were created to be. We're going to roll into the clip of me channeling or reading the channel excerpt from the book that I'm channeling. Let's go ahead and roll into it. We're about to jam out in a second to the playlist, which we're doing a playlist to Purge the album. It's my album streaming on the channel Ashley-Nicole Music. We slowed it down. We're about to get into that, but let me read the book that I'm channeling from the Oneness of All Things, or Unconditional Love, or the Most High. Letters, Dear Humanity, Sincerely Infinite Creation. This book is an amalgamation of information and communications from beings and entities from all of infinite creation. I hope this book resonates with your heart and soul and reminds you of home. Whatever you find within yourself that resonates as home for you. Chapter 1. You are never alone. Throughout the history of humanity, humans have been on a quest to find themselves. Whether this be through theological teachings or philosophical pondering, dear humanity, you must know you were never lost. You were only journeying what had to be experienced in order for you to become. In order for you, humanity, to be able to sustain your home amongst the cosmic kingdom of all creation. Your story, humanity, began with the conception of creation. I, the infinite creator energy, or God, as much of humanity recognizes the creator energy by. By the way, I channeled this book. All of my content is channeled. I channel from the divine. So I'm to the divine, the multiverse, God's creation speaks to me as we're all one with the divine, God's creation, the multiverse. So I channeled this. I channel my content. My music, the podcast, the books, the literature, everything. Our whole presence is a channel, truly. Your story, humanity, began with the conception of creation. I, the infinite creator energy, or God, as much as humanity recognizes the creator energy by, planned all that humanity has and has not recorded in its history. You were never alone. Humanity has always been monitored and guided as much as your earthly experience, free will, and non-intervention clauses, if you will, would allow. Dear humanity, I am not writing this book, this letter, from some faraway, unattainable space apart from where you reside. I am you as you are me. A blindfold has been casted over your senses, and which stopped you, in many ways, from perceiving the truth of who and what you are. Like a parent watching their children play in the backyard from a window just above the kitchen sink, I have been watching. I am and have been patiently waiting for the appropriate time to call you humanity inside for supper, the first supper. Won't you all come on in? I'm enunciating my words because I'm wearing my retainer. I forgot to take it out, so I don't want my lips to get caught on my container. So I'm really opening my mouth as I read. I've been watching. I am and have been patiently waiting for the appropriate time to call you, humanity, inside for supper, the first supper. Won't you all come on in? Chapter 1A. Firstly, we want to start by saying, I am sorry. We are sorry, and not a sorry of sorrow, but an apology for the misunderstanding in which you have endured, as you dear ones have been misled in the way in which you perceive your dark days. You have also been misled in the way in which you perceive your light. Dear ones, my sweet children, your light is just as damaging as your darkness without the balancing dimensions of your darkness. Just as absolute terror can be created in the darkness without the harmony created with the meeting of your darkness with your light. You cannot have the left without the right. Just as you cannot be a balance, let me read that back. Just as absolute terror can be created in the darkness without the harmony created with the meeting of your darkness with your light. You cannot have the left without the right. Just as you cannot be a balanced or whole being without the acceptance of your light as well as your darkness. The holy texts and scriptures in which you have followed, were and are purposeful, my dear ones. As everything in and of my existence, as everything is of my existence, has been and is purposeful. You are part of a grand and masterful plan, one in which the person sitting or standing to the left of you is in no way a more important part of the plan than yourself, or the person sitting or standing to the right of you. You see, we, or unconditional love, are all facets of the same creation, facets in which the whole would be without use, without the most miniaturized fraction of the whole. What am I saying? What are we saying? You are important and powerful. You dear ones, wait for your time to visit a place or meet a person outside of yourself to bring you joy. Did you know you reside within and of what you refer to as heaven, as you are heaven? Your realities do not look the same because in all actuality, dear ones, you are not the same. This is by design. With focusing on your piece of the puzzle, you are in divine alignment, or in alignment with the grand design. What will come of the master plan? No more illusions. Creation composed of realities. Realities no longer infested with illusions. We are worthy of the real thing. Unconditional love. Real love. You see, you mustn't allow yourselves to wallow in shame nor the fear of that which you are awakening to. You must not allow yourselves to pity that in which you, humanity, have created in your days as an unawakened civilization, within the creation in which you call God or the kingdom of God. Understanding and allowing yourselves to appreciate the truth that is the oneness of all things is allowing yourselves to revel in the experience that is creation or God. Your worries, anxieties, and depressions are truly of your own making. Let go of and release the ideology that you are somehow hindered or incapable of bringing into that in which you term life form or reality, the thoughts in which were gifted to you by God or the Creator. Your thoughts are codes that are to assist you with elevating within life or self. There truly are no bad or negative thoughts, only opportunities to learn more about self, both negative and positive. Thoughts afford one the opportunity to elevate within self by selecting the thoughts in which most readily resonate with your heart space, or that in which you decide to make your truth. You get to decide the thought patterns in which most readily reflect the you and reality in which you desire to embody and live. There is no longer any dimensions of reality that is off limits to the consumption and conceptualization of the human being of planet Earth's existence. Every resistant thought pattern and stagnant that stagnates the flow of your thoughts, desires, needs, and wants into your reality are merely present to assist you in refining and mastering yourself and your creation. As you continue to evolve into cosmic beings of higher DNA efficacy and efficiency, you will simultaneously begin to ex- begin to simultaneously be aligning to as you continue to evolve into a cosmic being of higher DNA efficacy and efficiency, you will simultaneously be aligning to an expanded perception of reality or God, goddess consciousness. Allow yourself to be immersed in your human experience as you all, dear ones, were and are jumping at the bit on a God or soul level to experience your current and most prevalent state of being as human beings of planet Earth. Chapter 1B. What you have discovered about yourselves in the last decades alone about your humanity. Chapter 1B, what have you discovered about yourselves in the last decades alone about your humanity? Utilize your introspection and reflection to build upon a future that reflects a human culture that you want to consciously create and experience. Do you want bigotry as you define bigotry as obstinate attachment to beliefs and or opinions? You are all bigoted in the way in which you perceive yourselves. This bigotry is a part of the experience of infinite creation. As infinite creators, dear human beings of Earth, you get to determine who you want to be. And all of the time it takes you, dear ones, to accomplish what you see fit to identify as self, or create out of your realities, as your realities are a projection of you what as your realities are a projection of what you readily focus your attentions and energies on. You have traversed millions of years worth of experiences within focused dimensions of yourselves or self, beyond the realms and paradigms of your humanism. What are we, the I am, saying? You are home. Slow down and enjoy what you have and will create. Everything you experience is the abundance of your evolution, of your far spanning and infinite existence. Chapter 1C. Whence upon a time a shift occurred, a shift so pertinent as if all the birds of the galactic creation flew in formation to land on a majestic rock known by the epoch of the new infinite creation energy, unconditional love, created to perpetuate and sustain synergy and balance of our inner and outer energies, Galactic Federation, November 11, 2024, channeled correspondence. Life as you knew it has never truly been life as you know it. Once upon a time, quotes a quote from the Galactic Federation, November 11, 2024, channel correspondence. Once upon a time, a shift occurred, a shift so pertinent as if all the birds of the galactic creation flew in formation to land on the majestic rock known by the epoch of the new infinite creation energy, unconditional love, created to perpetuate and sustain synergy and balance of our inner and outer energies. This is the next paragraph. End quote from the Galactic Federation, November 11, 2024, channeled correspondence. Next paragraph. Life as you knew it has never truly been life as you know it. Every being of creation is aware of the grandiose game that is existence in which we are playing. You, dear human beings of planet Earth, as well as much of the cosmic creation, became misaligned with vibrations or frequencies coded with higher truths of your existential natures as you seeked or pondered the truths of reality rather than relying on the natural ebbs and flows of existence to reveal your authentic truths to you. You don't have to seek wellness of health, abundance of pecuniary resources, love nor happiness, as you love yourselves by appreciating the very truth that you exist. Wellness of health, abundance of pecuniary resources, love and happiness will be revealed to you in abundance. Chapter 2, Combustion. Um, uh, Combustion or evolution. Your bodily vessels are light, stardust, and etheric components beyond your current synaptic understandings.
You perceive your bodies or vessels through your lens of consciousness awareness or consciousness acceptance. Allow yourselves to belong within the evolution of the greater cosmic dance of evolution by accepting how you feel in every moment as a phase of your evolution. Allow yourselves to accept your beingness in every moment as stages of the makings of you. Eat the food you enjoy to appreciate within your experience. Go to the places and enjoy the activities in which call to your heart spaces. Learn from your experiences, as your experiences are the light, stardust, and etheric components of yourselves painted onto the canvases you call reality. Whew. So this is letters. What's
All
been
right. I
very
hope y'all were able to garner some beautiful soul activation. Do not replace anything that you perceive within Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment. Do not replace your professional medical advice with anything you perceive or experience within Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment with Ashley-Nicole Phillips. Nonetheless, I hope you're able to get some great wisdoms, uplifting energies from the excerpt of the book that I'm channeling, that I get to offer to the planet. I also want to read, I'm going to read this, what I channeled before we started this. I was in pre-production, sitting in the spirit a few minutes ago. And I channeled, remembrance is aligning with the understanding that our imbalances are the ways of nature, as imbalances allow for perspective shifts or the exploration of our multidimensionality as we journey creation or our lives or life, figuring equilibrium or divine universal alignment, wellness and balance for the upliftment and regeneration of all things. So it's no longer demonizing the self or our imbalances, but understanding that everything we experience is to evolve us into more. I want to share a little bit about my experience. I've been healing heavily for the last 3 years in the spirit to raise my vibration to align with who I was created to be in God. Why did Ashley-Nicole Phillips come into manifestation? The divine has specific, limitless, countless reasonings for why I was brought into creation. Just as you, every being, including yourself, you were brought into creation for limitless, countless reasonings to assist with the evolution of all things. I've been raising my vibrations, just as we're all being called to raise our vibrations to align with thought patterns, energetic embodiments, to show up as the manifestation of who we were created to be in our most abundant, divine God, Goddess, highest timeline potentials. I've been healing for the last 3 to 4 years consciously to align with these frequencies, to continue to align with these frequencies of my dharmic purpose, who I was created to be in the divine. And I was healing through depravity. The divine was like, y'all, we're not gonna lie about it, we're not gonna sugarcoat it. Y'all brought, basically, y'all, humanity in our culture, love, sex, and magic, we sunk it into depravity by exploring and utilizing and experiencing love, sex, and magic for self-aggrandizement. And we would know it as temporal self-aggrandizement, or feeding the systems and the thought patterns and the energies that weren't aligned with who we were created to be in our most abundant potentials, our highest timeline potentials for the upliftment and regeneration of all things. That is divine creation. We were using love, sex, and magic for temporal purposes, or to feed our paradigms of limitation, or to uphold our paradigms of finite limitation, or who we thought we were. I experienced consciously in this reality. I came into conscious experience with sex at a young age. Through HBO, baby. Real Sex on HBO at a young age. The show Real Sex on HBO at a young age. And I've struggled before. I struggled with pornography addiction, where I would participate in watching pornography from a young age, until like more recent years, like 5 years ago. Did I perceive it as an addiction or a problem? No, not at the time, because it didn't affect the way that I did life. Like, I still live life like I normally did. I wasn't robbing Peter to pay Paul in the physical world. But what was I doing? I was stealing from my own energetic resource to feed a system or to focus my energy in spaces and places that were never intended to rise me to my divine purpose. I was intuitively guided to stop watching pornography like 5 years ago, and I stopped cold turkey. It wasn't that hard for me to do so, which I'm grateful, because my story isn't everyone's story. So I'm glad I'm able to offer this transmission to assist with human evolution. And I talked to God about this deeply, about sex, because it was on my spirit to practice abstinence. And I talk about this often in all my content across the board. Kingdom Things, mostly Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips, as well as Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment. I talk about my experience with sex. I've had 3 consenting, adulting sexual relationships. And I wanted to practice that, and I've been celibate since 2018. I'm 31. I lost my virginity when I was 17. Stopped having sex, went into celibacy 2018. I was 25. I was guided to by the divine. My soul was like, hey, Ashley, because I knew who my person would be since I was 9 years old. It was on my spirit to practice abstinence until I got married. And then God was like, and I talked to God about this. God was like, there's things I needed you to experience to prepare you for your divine purpose, because you would not know how the energy dynamics of this reality worked. You wouldn't have the conscious awareness of how the energy dynamics of this reality worked, to call back to even unconscious remembrances or past life, other dimensional remembrances, if you hadn't experienced those 3 relationships in this focused conscious awareness of yourself. So I had these conversations with the divine all the time, right? To heal myself, heal up my energies, all the things, because I was mad at myself for not practicing abstinence and waiting until marriage. The divine is like, let it go, Ashley, because you needed those experiences. That's why it happened. Why? Whenever creation needs something to continue to grow, to evolve, it naturally produces it. I've had 3 sexual experiences, and I've had to forgive myself. You know, we demonize the body, we demonize sex, we demonize women's sexuality in a way that when we participate in sex as humans, period, and then as women participating in sex, there's a double standard there where it's like extra shame. When we participate in sex, period, as humans, there's shame there, either consciously or unconsciously. And it bogs down our spirit. It kept our spirits held in captivity. It keeps our spirits held in captivity whenever we're holding up to shame, blame, resentment, anger, fear. It keeps our spirit, our energy bogged down in dense energies. And when we're held out in dense energy, we can't rise and align to the frequential patterning of our dharmic purpose or evolution into more greater perspectives, other perspectives of our limitless potentials, or spiritual evolution, or consciousness expansion, consciousness awareness of the self, of the I am of all things. So there was conscious and unconscious, there was and still is conscious and unconscious shame whenever you experience sex. I don't care if you're married to the person. I don't care if you're in a monogamous relationship. I don't care if you feel like you're a fluid person and sex is something that you don't have any conscious shame to experience with many people. I understand there is unconscious shame there because of the demonization of our bodies and of sex. We get to meet it and face it to free our souls, liberate our souls as humanity. I was talking with God because I was just upset that I was upset that I wasn't abstinent until marriage. And then I was getting into experiencing sex at a young age. Why is it so readily available to turn on your TV and experience? Like even if it's not HBO premium channels, even if it's just like on a show that has racy content and it's supposed to be like PG-13 or whatever the case may be, and it still has racy content that has sexual innuendos and all the things. Why is it so readily available? to experience it, and it wouldn't be so bad. It's not the fact that it's readily available, and this is what I was talking to the divine about. So it's not the fact that it's readily available. It's the fact that the wisdom of what our sexual energy was lost in the wind. Our sexual energy is our creator energy, and I channel the Kingdom Things podcast installment about this. I think it's Kingdom Things podcast meets Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment. I'll link it below. This installment. Our sexual energy is creator energy. I'll link this rendition, edition, healing, transmission below in the description of this video. Our sexual energy is our creator energy. And creator energy is our life force source energy, or our God presence. So it's like we were just cycling our creator God energy, or our sexual energy, or our life force, or our divine potentials, our magic, into these systems and these energies and these mechanisms that were not aligned with ever rising us. We're not aligned with the intention to ever rise us, or principle of compensation. The energy that you put out comes back to you. So we're putting our energy, our life force, our precious God energy, our creator energy, our sexual energy into these systems and forces that never intended to reciprocate in an equal and balanced way. Or these energies never intended to reciprocate in a way that will rise us, feed us back energies in a way that will rise us into our divine presence. Water us into our divine presence. We're feeding our sexual energy, our creator energy, we were feeding our sexual energies, our creator energies into these systems, mechanisms, entities that would take the energy to self-aggrandize. Or feed you a lie, feed us lies or mirages that we were getting an equal exchange. Whether it's money to buy a car and a house. Whether it's a feeling, whether it's satiating an addiction, these entities, forces, mechanisms that we were feeding our energy into never intended to give an equal exchange, or feed us wisdoms, energies, water us with energies, wisdoms that will rise us in vibration to align us with our divine purpose, or why God created us. So wouldn't it be so bad, if our planet being riddled with sexual content, all the things, alluring things that makes you want to feed your own sexual energy or creator energy into these systems, mechanisms, content, all the things. It wouldn't be so horrible if we have the wisdom to understand where we place our energy, our sexual energy, replacing our God energy, or our ability to create reality, co-create reality, our ability to grow and evolve into more of our divine presence. Everything that we experience is to evolve us into more, so we're taking accountability. Okay, this is the reality we created. What is it trying to teach us about us? We created this. All these systems, forces, entities that we fed our energy into, our sexual energy, which is our creator energy. We created all of this. What is it supposed to tell us about ourselves? Teach us about ourselves. We're no longer demonizing, shaming the makings of us. And there's infinite things that this happened. There's infinite reasons why our reality is the way it is. So go inside yourself. Ask yourself these questions. Embody the wisdoms so you can be a remedy, a healing remedy, and share your healing frequencies with the planet. One reason that I perceived is that it kept us placated in preparation to grow, to be birthed into our dharmic purpose, or to be turned on, switched on by the divine, the Most High. Because whenever creation needs something to continue to grow and evolve, it naturally produces it. Us feeding our sexual energy or our creator energy into deficit, into systems, entities that were never intended, had the intention to grow us into our dharmic purpose, our divine inheritance, was part of the makings of us, to prepare us when we were, which is now, turned on, or creation aligned in a way that we're being fed high vibrational energies and wisdom's remembrance to activate our DNA, genome, to create spiritual awakenings, consciousness expansion, to step into our dharmic purpose, to align with the frequential patternings that are our dharmic purpose, or limits, potentials, and the tangible, with the divine mastery of unconditional love, or as below, so above, everything my reality is a mirror of who I am. What can I learn about myself to grow and evolve into more wellness, balance, joy, for the upliftment and regeneration of all things? I'm going to sit back and we are going to begin to channel the ancestral forces. We're going to start with Lakshmi. And thank you. This is the first time I am consciously channeling Lakshmi. So I'm super excited. And thank you for your presence. Goddess of abundance. And many other things. She's limitless. We're all limitless. So I'm excited to experience a Hindu goddess. I'm excited to experience her presence, her energy within this transmission. Thank you, Lakshmi. I am going to transcendently channel, so I'm going to sit back and close my eyes. You're more than welcome to do so as well. Whatever energies, wisdoms that want to permeate your beingness, your energy field, energetic field, to assist you with growing and evolving into more conscious awareness of your limitless potentials. Relaxing to allow these energies to do so. Again, do not replace your professional medical advice with anything you perceive, experience within Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment with Ashley-Nicole Phillips. Thank you, Lakshmi. Thank you, Ashley, dear one, for allowing me to come into your transmission, to experience reality through you, to experience humanism through you. I want Ashley to speak in a way that expresses my culture as a Hindu goddess. I am proud. As divine creation, I am proud. As divine wisdoms that I am proud. As the remembrance that the divine wisdoms in which I am are sacred. Our energetic frequential patternings, dust, gold, fairy, dust, that is divine presence, that is the energy of creator energy, that is the energy of sexual energy. Beautiful dissertation, Ashley. Beautiful expression, beautiful story, Ashley. India, Hindus of the world, we can no longer sell ourselves short with sexual gratification that is out of alignment with the sanctity of our ancient culture, our ancient history, our ancient beingness. Thank you, Ashley. Lahiri Madasaya, Lahiri Sarguru, Lahiri Madasaya. I'm barging in. Ashley wasn't expecting for me to just come in and speak. I will come in and speak. I will come in and speak. Sarguru Lahiri Mayasaya, here to share wisdoms of peace. Understanding that our gratification, our sexual gratification, are shortcuts into fulfillment. True gratification, true wisdom is that gratification is the evolution of existence. And that whether you are feeling up or down, whether you're feeling hot or cold, whether you're feeling sadness or happiness, you are the gratification of divine evolution. Thank you, Ashley. Ooh. Beautiful. Sir Guru, Swami Sri Yukteswar speaking. Sharing my wisdom, sharing my energy, sharing my palpable vibration as a divine emissary of creation, as a stewardess of humanity. Even in my transcendental states, I am here to share the frequential patterning of remembrance, the frequential patterning of divine evolution, the frequential patterning of high vibration, the upliftment of the regeneration that is all things. Thank you, Ashley. I'm fine. The ancestral forces are like, you want to stop or take a break because there's a lot of energies coming up? I'm like, no, we can keep going. Bhagavan Krishna reporting for duty as I share my energies, my wellness with the vibrational frequential patterning that is the celestial beingness of humanity, the human culture, planet Earth, to remind you, humanity, that your beingness is sacred, your beingness is divine evolution, your beingness is worthy of the remembrance that you are abundant, even in your poverty. You are abundant even in your desecration. You are abundant even in your deficit. As your poverty, your desecration, your deficit is wisdoms of evolution, serves to feed you, garner you. Wisdom of evolution, your deficit, your poverty, your self-desecration, serves to, allows you to garner wisdoms of limitless potentials as you evolve into greater, higher vibrational, more joyous, wonderful dimensions of your limitless potentials. Ashley, thank you. Divine creation, thank you. My soul is like, girl, take it, sister, thank you, Lakshmi. Thank you, Lahirima. Saya, thank you. Guru, Swami Sri Yukteswar, thank you, Guru. Bhagavan Krishna, my soul said, Ashley, take a break. Check off the names on the list, baby. High vibrational, beautiful energies. Woo! Thank you, ancestral forces, sources. Ooh, beautiful. I don't have much commentary, y'all. My bad. I'm over here getting charged up by these energies. I don't have much commentary. We're gonna go ahead and get into the channeling of Maha Avatar Baba Ji. Thank you again, ancestral forces. Thank you, Ashley, for having us Satsanga style to sit on your podcast and share vibrational frequential patternings, not to chastise humanity, not to slay humanity, not to berate humanity, but to rise humanity into higher vibrations of remembrance that you are evolution, you are the simulation, you are divine creation, you are wellness and balance, you are abundance, you are divine creation set to be the stark remembrance of the mastery that is unconditional love. Thank you, Ashley. Lord Shiva, present. Known as a destroyer God. I am all. I am destroyer. I am creation. I am protection. Lord Shiva, reporting for duty as the gestation of humanity has evolved in a way that you are remembering your divine institution, that is divine awareness of the fact that you are one with all things, limitless potentials, in order to be the practice of the wisdoms of the integrity of community, the wisdoms and integrity of the unconditional love that your neighbors are you and you are your neighbors. Thank you, Ashley. Lord Ganesha, reporting for duty as I share my wisdoms, my energy, my experience, that is the potentials of shifting deficit into royal blood awareness. Ashley knows I like my sweets and treats because it's something that we have in common. As we devour our sweets and treats, Ashley and I, it is no different from the porn addiction or the sex addiction or the drug addiction. It is a delight that we share, to evolving our delights into greater awareness, to allow for our programs, our industries, to evolve with the greater awareness, the wisdoms that we were created to be, wellness for the upliftment and regeneration of all things. Excited to see how your pornography industry evolves with the times. Excited to see how your adult entertainment industries evolve with the times, as nothing is created to be the scapegoats of the reasoning as to why there is deficits. But everything is created to serve as wisdoms. And as we evolve, our creations evolve with us. Thank you, Ashley. Ooh, 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 ooh. Story time, y'all. Thank you, Lord Ganesha. Thank you, Lord Ganesh, for your energies, your messages, your wisdoms. Greatly appreciated. Greatly appreciated. I felt like a stark resistance to the perpetuation of the porn industry, the adult entertainment industry. And it's subconscious awareness that's coming to the conscious mind for me to face it. And the truth is, my disdain for pornography and adult entertainment, it has less to do with the alignment with my higher awareness and more to do with like jealousy. If I'm being brass tacks honest, I'm being honest right now. I'm healing with y'all and I'm being honest. Because my divine counterpart, my person, like, it's not a secret. They watch pornography. They enjoy adult entertainment. And I be like, ooh, it makes me upset. It gets me upset. And it's jealousy. Or wanting to be controlling or wanting to possess. Nothing and no one was created to be possessed or owned. Everything was created to evolve and grow. And how can anything evolve and grow if there are dimensions seeking to possess or to own or to stifle natural evolution of evolution? Thank you, Lord Ganesh. Thank you, Lahiri Mahasaya. Thank you, Maha Avatar Babaji. Thank you, Guru Swami Sriyuktaswar. Thank you, Guru Bhagavan Krishna. Thank you, Goddess Lakshmi. I have a few more ancestors that we're going to channel. We're going to start with, oh, thank you, Lord Shiva. Thank you, Lord Shiva. Thank you, Lord Shiva. Thank you, Lord Shiva. We're going to start with Lord Brahma. Lord Brahma, thank you. Thank you, thank you. We have Brahma, Vishnu, and then we're going to end with Paramahansa Yogananda. We got everybody. Woo! Really quickly, too. Swiftly. It's amazing. All these healing energies. Swiftly is cool. So we have Brahma, Vishnu, Lord Brahma, Lord Vishnu, and Guru, Sir Guru, Paramahansa Yogananda. Thank you, ancestral forces. Thank you, Ashley. Vishnu speaking. Firstly, Lord Vishnu, the energy that is the all. Proud of humanity for being able to face yourselves, love yourselves in a way that you're prepared to evolve yourselves into more with acceptance of the self. Thank you, Ashley. Lord Brahma, reporting for duty. I like this. My ancestral forces, my cohort said, reporting for duty. I like this. Lord Brahma, reporting for duty. We are proud. Ancestral forces. As we peer, as we contribute, as we are the evolution of humanity, we are one with you, humanity. Even in your darkness, in your shadows, or the things you do behind closed doors, when you feel no one is watching, we are there with you because we are one with you. We are ancestral forces that feel the thrusts of your bodies as you engage in sexual activities. We are the energies that flow through you, that create the sexual gratification. We are the creator energy that is you, that creates the climaxing of your sexual engagements. We are present with you at all times as we are you. We are proud. We love you and we thank you for your tenacity to be a part of the human being of planet Earth experience of divine creation. Thank you, Ashley. Oh. I'll share before we channel Paramahansa Yogananda. This is candid. I'm going to put explicit content in the title. I've been celibate since 2018. I do practice self-healing. And a part of self-healing and evolving my energy and how I react to my energy and to experience is masturbation. So whenever I masturbate, it's very intentional. It's to perceive how my beingness reacts to the engagement, one. And two, is to shift my energy through my body to co-create in reality. And one time I was self-pleasuring or masturbating, and I was feeling the senses, and I'm communicating with the ancestral forces simultaneously, and they're like, yeah, what you're feeling, that's the energy of us, of universal forces. They're like, that's ancestral energies that you're feeling as you masturbate or self-pleasure. It's sentient energies, sentient wisdoms are what you're feeling move through your body. Ancestral forces. And I was having conversations with them. I was like, whoa, wow. And they were like, yes. Ta-da! Surprise! I was like, whoa, whoa. So this is really powerful. The channeling from the ancestral forces. I'm in many dimensions. I think we just channeled Vishnu. I'm pretty sure we just channeled Vishnu. It might have been Brahma. I'm in a million dimensions. It was Vishnu. So for Vishnu to share that, like, with the ancestral forces are one with you as you have sex. I'm like, whoa, because I've actually experienced this. And my soul's like, Ashley, do you want to share? Like, do you want to be candid and share? Because I was really nervous about. I've never shared this stuff with like the public on any of my public platforms. This topic. Pornography and adult entertainment, all the things. I've never shared this with the public. So the ancestral force is like, hey, Ashley, if you don't want to share, if you don't feel comfortable with sharing your story, then don't share. Like, you don't have to share it. You're not obligated to share it. We can still do the healing transmission, and you don't have to share with the public yet if you don't want to. And I was like, no, in order for me to really step into really embracing healing myself from the inside, I need to face myself. I always channel it, say it. In order to heal it, you have to reveal it. So I was like, no, I gotta share to be able to really get in, like, deep dive into my inner space to uplift my vibrations. I have to share. I can't hide. So when Lord Vishnu, ancestor Lord Vishnu was like, well, baby, we with you. We're one with you in your tantric, baby, in your sexual activities. We are the energies of you. You are us, all the things. I was like, yeah, I've literally experienced this. And my soul's like, do you want to share? I was like, yeah, I'll share. I was like, I literally experienced this real time. I was like, whoa. I was like, whoa, powerful, baby. Garner wisdom. So I was having a whole conversation because I knew I was going to do it intentionally to watch myself, watch the energies, communicate with the energies, all the things, and the energies that we feel when we engage in sex or anything. Whenever we feel, they're sentient energies and wisdoms, and being tapped into your inner self, your source self. You can communicate with these energies, ancestral forces, wisdoms, or the self, or the oneness of all things. I was like, whoa, shoot. So it's really cool to be able to share this healing transmission. Oh, we're gonna go ahead and end the ancestral force channeling, transcendental channelings with Sir Guru Paramahansa Yogananda. I appreciate Ashley's willingness to show her oneness with the ancestral forces and no longer hide behind the say it, Ashley, nonsense of transcendental channeling. We are one. 0 degrees of separation, your allowance of understanding of the perspectives and beingness and manifestation of who you are is your choice. You can allow yourself to flow and be and co-create with the oneness of all things, or you can choose to stay in your boxes of limitations as whoever you believe yourself to be in the simulation. The simulation is melding with spirit and the understanding and the revelation that the simulation or your humanity of planet Earth has never been separate from spirit or the heavens, in a way that spirit or humanity is revealing itself to understand that you are a divine presence in every way the divine presence is able to be represented, revealed in divine presence. Thank you, Ashley. Whoa. Ooh. Let me take a beat, y'all. Let's take a beat. Let's take a beat. Let's take a beat. Thank y'all for coming in and assisting with co-creating this Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment Powwow session, Satsang style. Thank you, ancestral forces, for presenting your energies, your wisdoms, your presence to assist consciously, to make it known consciously that you are here. We are one in evolution. To greater perception, conscious awareness of the limitless potential of our oneness for the upliftment and regeneration of all things. I don't have Asia's animated series that's specifically for this topic. But before we roll into an episode of Asia's animated series, which is animated series in which I co-create with the oneness of all things, in which we are, in which I am, to assist us as we awaken to our limitless potentials consciously, conscious awareness of our limitless potentials. We talked about Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley-Nicole, which is available to stream on YouTube as well as Spotify. We get divine revelations. We channel ancestral forces. We heal. We uplift. Do not replace any of your professional medical advice with anything you experience or hear within Oneness Connection, as well as within Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley-Nicole. Again, Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley-Nicole is linked below within the description of this video, baby. Powerful transmissions over there. Many ancestral forces. We heal, uplift, taboos, subjects, topics, all the things over there. Baby. Powerful. Go check it out. Whatever resonates with your heart space, you're more than welcome to align with the energies and messages to evolve, as you evolve into more conscious awareness of your limitless potentials. Whatever doesn't resonate with your heart space, leave it. It is fine. I'm also a home chef. I enjoy cooking, y'all. Whatever the ancestors tell me to put in the pot, the pan, the baking dish, this is what we put into the pot, the pan, the baking dish. Magic Meals with Ashley-Nicole is available to stream on YouTube, link below. We go to this grocery store. We use mystery ingredients. So we talk, we kiki, we laugh, we joke, we get divine revelations. Sometimes it's a did you eat night? Meaning it doesn't taste the best, but did we eat? And sometimes it's a good night. Magic Meals with Ashley-Nicole is available to stream on YouTube. Again, link below. We talked about my music, Ashley-Nicole music, healing energies, genres, messages to help us as we evolve, to mirror our evolution, and to assist us as we evolve into more greater conscious awareness of our limitless potentials in our evolution for the upliftment and regeneration of all things. Ashley-Nicole music is available to stream on YouTube, link below in the description of this video. I'm also an author, y'all. I channeled the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel, which is a part of my awakening journey. At the beginning of my rapid spiritual awakening journey, my soul was like, hey, Ashley, you don't remember who you are. Sit down. We're going to channel these books through you to help you remember. The Unconditional Love Literature Parcel, 3 books. The first 2 parts are Asia's story. Asia is a teenage girl growing up in the New York City foster care system. She's catalyzed onto her spiritual awakening journey when she meets her twin flame Chase in the hallway of her school Manhattan Prep. She goes through many existential crises, which help remember her into her divine presence, to manifest a self, a reality that mirrors her divine presence. Coming Home, the story of Asia is the first book. The story of Asia, I'm Home. The story of Asia, I'm Home is the second part of the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel. The third and final part of the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel. Unconditional Love Literature Parcel. Unconditional Love Literature Parcel is my other half. My other half is a twin flame, divine counterpart, kingdom spouse journey back home to God inside, or rising to divine purpose, divine remembrance, divine frequential embodiment of our limitless potentials, our dharmic purpose. One soul, 2 bodies, many lifetimes. They know they're supposed to co-create a love and a life together. Every lifetime says the laws of the land, the paradigms of humanity, of human culture says that their love can't work. They will co-create a love and a life together. Which lifetime, under which circumstances, many love stories. In the one book, the book is prophetic. The Unconditional Love Literature Parcel is now available to purchase within the Amazon bookstore. You can do digital copy. All 3 digital copies, you're looking at $29.97 for the plus tax for the 3 digital downloads. If you're doing physical copies, paperback binding shipped to your home. The first 2 parts, Asia's story, are in one binding. The third part, My Other Half, is in its own separate binding. $29.98 plus tax. Nonetheless, it's 2 separate links to purchase the paperback copies. I also have another offering. It's a live series show in which I co-create with the universal forces by following my internal guidance, healing and growing spiritually, emotionally, mentally, physically, in alignment with my highest purpose as universally aligned, universally assigned for the upliftment and regeneration of all things. Out of the Box is available to stream on YouTube, Ashley-Nicole Music on YouTube. If you're going to go under the playlist section, you'll see Out of the Box, my live series show, which is really, it's so beautiful because it's what we're all going through. We're awakening within a dream. And that's what the story is about, Out of the Box. Hope you enjoy it. I hope it brings you divine remembrance, divine joy, to know that you're not alone. We're all experiencing reality or evolution or divine presence together. However, our realities or evolution, divine presence expresses or looks like, feels like, is unique to our soul's evolution. Nonetheless, we're still divine evolution in divine evolution. And I hope my content helps you understand that you were never alone. We just all perceive in different ways. And that's a part of the ways of nature. And it's beautiful and it's purposeful and it's abundant. I also offer individual private powwow sessions. If you look below in the description of this video, the Kingdom Things Podcast Healing Home Square Portal, click there to see about booking your personal powwow session. I channel on a video, dissertation style, energies and messages in which your soul, your authentic frequential patterning gets to experience, to evolve into greater conscious awareness of your limitless nature. I take those sparingly, so I don't overwork myself. So whatever is available, have at it. Lastly, but certainly not least, we talked about it. Asia's Story, the animated series, stems from the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel. It's available. I want to invite you to come take part in it, and watch it consciously, because you exist. So you're a co-creator of Asia's animated series and everything else in creation, because you exist. I want you to come consciously take part in Asia's Story, the animated series. It is available to stream on YouTube, AP Short Stories on YouTube, which is my author's channel. All of the really cool wisdoms and consciousness evolution and multidimensional experiences in which I have conscious awareness of, I channel into the animated series. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you love it. Hope it helps you activate, align to more of your limitless potentials as universally aligned, universally assigned, highest outcome potentials for the upliftment and regeneration of all things. So shall it be. Mishallah, 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 Inshallah, Bismillah, Shalom, Namaste, Assalamu Alaikum. Amen. Let's go ahead and roll into an rendition of Ashley's Story, the animated series. I love you. Love on yourself. Self-love is the best love, because you have to love yourself in the way in which you want your reality to love you back. Self-love is the best love because you are loving your true truths. Give that love to yourself first. Self-love is the best love because it helps you perceive and embody more of your limitless potentials to be who you were created to be within the expansiveness, limitless nature of all things, divine creation, to assist with the upliftment of the expansiveness of all things or divine creation. I'll see y'all later. Great healing. Thank you, ancestral forces. Bye, y'all.
Hey, my name is Asia, and I am an interdimensional being. I know. I just found out myself. Everything that I thought was my truth was a lie. I chose to continue this life because of the one thing that I know isn't a lie. Love.
So, Italy was a great time. I've been back home in NYC for 9 months now. Let me fill you in on the events, ups and downs called my life. Alexi and I will always be great friends. Now that I've accepted parts of myself that I used to ignore, we see each other less often. But we will always be connected where it counts the most, at the heart. Chase and I are building upon our bond in the physical world, and not just in spirit. We are manifesting our love, our story, on this plane of dimensionality. We're taking everything in stride. Dylan moved to Nova Scotia to study marine biology after graduating from Manhattan Prep a whole semester early. Who would have thunk it? I didn't see that coming. And I'm the co-creator of my reality. Me. What about me? You might be asking. Well, so I am powerful. more powerful than I could have dreamt of in my wildest, most limitless dream.
My name is Asya, and I'm a teenage witch. Just kidding. I am a starseed. My story is much like humanity's story. I awakened to some pretty spectacular things about myself. Coming home, the story of Asya, followed by the story of Asya, I'm home. The book series that introduces the book. After returning from a day's trip, I have read my attempt's letter. He speaks of my father releasing him from imprisonment and the fate of death. He pleads for us to run away together. This plea is one of which I need no state to decline. My other half, available in the Amazon bookstore. I feel as though I was born here on earth to find you. I was created to find my person. The Unconditional Love Literature Parcel, now available in the Amazon bookstore.
I started my own blog to share my experiences. You can actually check it out. The link is in the description of this episode of the Story of Asya animated series. Did you know that every life that we live is a link in a chain called creation? My life and your life is an evolutionary cycle in and contributing to evolution, or the big G, God. I know. The knowledge that I find within myself might be triggering. But hey, it just goes to show that there is always more outside of the boxes we call our personal truths or realities.
Today is the big day. Every day is a big day when you're consciously aware that your existence manifests realities and universes.
What to do today? I'm going to meet a new friend. Being super witchy bitchy or psychic or extrasensory perceptive has its perks, but with my social anxiety, I'm looking out around the corner every second to see who this friend is going to be. Anyways, my ancestors said I'm meeting a new friend soon in the physical reality. Being open enough to allow in the energies of this person, not knowing who they are or what they're going to bring to my reality, is a whole thing. I guess I'll get up and start my day. To the cafe I go. Chase?
Who did you think you were meeting today?
The ancestor said new friend. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad it's you. I didn't know who I was meeting, but I know that I was not up for meeting new people.
Did you receive the download?
Well, yeah, but I didn't want to assume that the download and the person that I was meeting today was connected. I got the download that I was energetically asking the third energy for permission for us to be, for permission to manifest our reality, to think thoughts of you and I, of our union. And not the third energy that connects us through all time, space, and realities, but the third energy that causes dissonance within our soul. The lifetimes we've lived where we didn't choose ourselves or we didn't choose each other. That third energy. I was asking what we call karmic energies for permission to be my full self, for permission to love myself unconditionally, which means loving you unconditionally, which means allowing myself to think positive and fulfilling thoughts of you and I, despite everything that we have and will go through together and apart.
I would tell my friends back in LA about you and I, and they told me I was wildin', crazy even, for thinking about giving you a shot, giving us a shot. They don't completely understand it, They just know that I've changed. Change for the better or for the worst is in their eyes, whoever I associate with the changes that I've undergone with being connected to you. It's their decision whether I've changed for the good or the better or the worst. I listen to them a lot instead of listening to myself. Myself tells me that not only do I want this, but this is exactly what I've been asking for and waiting for all of my life. I dreamt about you before I knew your name, before I could put a face to your energy.
Same. When we get deep like this, or when we supersede our differences, I feel heavy energies that I've never felt before. It feels good. It feels great even. It's just different. And being a human, it's hard not to run away from differences or changes, to run back into comfort zones. I'm going to make a vow to myself not to run from our energy, our love. I promise.
I get it. And I got you. Espresso? And I know you want a muffin or a pastry or something too.
Espresso and a chocolate croissant sound delicious.
Oh, how times have changed. Ossie and Chase are in the 180-degree part of the journey in which they're taking all of the energies of their darkness or their lower selves and alchemize these energies of their darkness and their lower selves into higher vibrations in which they will be able to create a wonderful life in which they will both love, live, and be married and shift the planet. You know what we've never talked about in person? Only telepathically.
I think I know where this is going.
Our past loves.
Our past loves. I was wondering if I was going to bring it up or if you were.
I'm trying to tell you, I have done much soul searching to be here right now, to have this conversation with you. Part of me is like, okay, the wise part of me is like, okay, everything that we go through is a part of our growth and expansion. And then there's another sector of me that's like, you knew who I was, where I was. Why didn't you remember? Why didn't you remember?
Only if it was that simple. Yeah, I lived my life, right? We both lived our lives.
Yeah, I'll be throwing hands in the ethers with the energies that result from our life living, our exes, our pasts. They always come back around to test our growth or to give us a chance to take our power back from those situations in which we gave our love to spaces and places that weren't able to reciprocate our love in the same way.
I know you were out there trying to love others the way you were only supposed to love me. And look at you now, here. With who? With me.
Still a sore spot. Too soon. Too soon. With Ossie and Chase being energetic representations of the evolution of humanity, the world is on track for great things. Excellent things. What do you have planned for the day?
I thought I was spending it with you. So, what do you want to do?
Go across the bridge to Jersey.
What's in Jersey.
Antique bar and bakery.
Asia, your croissant wasn't enough?
It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing.
Have you been to the indoor karting place over there?
No, but I have been meaning to go.
You're so silly.
You are too. I saw you, I was like, look at this silly Just kidding. Love and light.
Okay, chill. Let's go. To Jersey.
Jersey.